What is going on, guys? It's Junior's Tech here, back with another video. Now today we're going to be looking at another microphone. Now yes, I have done a few now in the past. The Xing one, I did the one I'm currently recording on right now, which is the RS Pro from Majority, which is doing an amazing job. But a company called FiFine got in touch with me, asked me to see if I can review their T669 microphone, and I'm extremely excited because it is a smaller microphone and it is also a budget microphone. So we're going to be going through the unboxing process as always, and then we're going to be doing obviously an audio test as well. So why don't we just see what we get in the box? So let's go. So here we have it. We've got the box here, which is just basic FiFine technology. There's not really much else going on in the box really, so why don't we get into it and see what we're actually dealing with here. So just to start off with, so the first thing we're greeted with is we are greeted with a pop filter, which is like this, and I believe this is a dual lined pop filter as well, with metal bendy bracket, which is actually very strong, very sturdy. Normally you see them and they're very flimsy, but that's pretty much solid. And you also get a strong alloy base rubber grommet here, which will attach onto the arm, which we'll go through in a minute. So I'll pop this out and, oh, damn, there's a lot of accessories. So starting off with, we get a little Fine Technology card here, tells you a little bit about the website and if you're happy with your purchase and all that good stuff. We have the user guide, obviously, which always comes with it, which is quite extensive. I'll give you all the information you need about this mic if you don't understand fully what you're doing. And we also get a backup accessory. So this is the strings for your shock mount, and you also get an extra rubber sleeve for the back end of the pop filter. You don't really get to see that when it comes to microphone sets like this. So now we're going to be taking a look at the accessories. We'll start off by the shock mount. So the shock mount is actually very nice. So it is very low density instead of being high and frequent. You've got plastic body, and then you've got rubber shocks on the side there to protect the microphone. And then that is attached to your threading body, and you also have a metal thread going on in the inside there, which is quite nice. Sometimes plastic threads can be a little bit tedious because they tend to break. So we'll put them back in there. We also have the wind filter, or the wind guard, or as I call the marshmallow, which is very nice. It is quite thick actually. Some of the ones I've done in the past, which you can actually see right through them. So this one is actually quite nice. It is very thick, so it is going to do the job. And then we have the USB cable, which is going to be connected from your device to the microphone. And after a bit, normally I don't get too into USB cables, but this is a really nice one actually. So you've got alloy fittings on either side of them right there. So they are alloy fittings right there, and the cable itself is actually very thick and very chunky. So it is actually very nice. Right, onwards. So we also have, which I believe is a small little tripod here. So if you want to have this sat in front here instead of on the arm, which we're going to go through, this is also going to be a nice touch. It's got quite a thick thread on the top, and you also have 3 alarms that actually lock out into different positions. So instead of them just being flimsy and just moving, they actually lock out. So that's going to be quite sturdy. So if you're going to want this in front of you, it's going to be quite nice. So nice little accessory in there. And we also have the arm. So this is the mechanical arm that I'm going to be showing you today, and how to actually put it together and how to preview it. So we're going to be doing that. Now the build quality of some of these I've done in the past tend to slip because of the connections, where to tighten them and strengthen them. But the one thing I like about this is that they've actually put rubber threads on, plastic threads on, sorry. So if you want to loosen and tighten it, you've actually got a bit of grip there to actually tighten it down. Normally it's like a little screw hole or something, and normally it's not the best. So I'll give them on that they've actually done quite a good job when it comes to this. And the threads as well. So you've got the basic thread here, which is going to attach onto your shocker arm. But the good thing about this is if you don't want to use it and you have, say, personally your own, you can take off the thicker thread and actually go back to its original thread size. So again, they have added in more just in case you need different moving ability. So that is actually quite a good point. Pop that back in there. And then also we have the clamp as well. So this is going to be for the bottom of the arm, so it's going to attach it to the surface. So you've probably got about 2.5 inches of gap there, so it's going to work for pretty much all the surfaces that you want to work on. And it is made out of metal, so normally they're made out of plastic, but this one is made out of an alloy, I believe. and obviously the base itself also has a rubber grommet as well, so no matter what surface you're going to be attaching it to, it's going to protect it and it's going to be alright. Now I've also got the hole in the inside, so yes, this is a metal frame, but the insert is plastic, so when the rocker arm is inserted in, you can tighten this up and it's going to be nice and secure, and it's not, because of the plastic, it's going to not damage the rocker arm coating material on the side, so that's going to be quite nice as well. And then to the point where everybody wants to see is the microphone, and I am extremely excited about this. I'm just going to take the rocker arm for it now, and we're going to take a little look at this. So here we have the FiFine 6669 microphone, and already there is so many differences that I actually like about this compared to some of the ones I've done in the past. Now alone that the thread size on the bottom, which is extremely long, does help a lot, and even the compactability. So normally some of the microphones I've worked with in the past have at least an extra 2 inches on the side, so it is really nice. But the black design alone is beautiful. So they went for like a matte black on the side, and then a coating around the cage as well, and you can finally just see the microphone on the inside of it, but it is extremely strong. The fixing mechanism for the cage as well is very small Allen grommets, so you're not going to have to worry about this breaking over time because they are in there well and truly. And I think one of the most popular things I actually like about this is the volume control. Now this is going to make life a lot easier for when I'm trying to set this up to actually get my videos, the audio correct. And I don't know, having a volume control on a microphone is something I would normally see on something that's a lot more expensive, so like say the £100–150 range, but for something like this is around, you know, £60–70 in the UK. It really is an amazing. I think it's around about $50–55 in the US. But yeah, this really is great. I'm glad to see that they've actually got a volume rocker there. It makes the microphone seem a lot more professional, even though that it's on a budget. It really is nice. So what we're going to do now is I'm actually going to build this. I'm going to put it onto the side of my desk here so you can see how it's built. I'm going to speed it up, obviously, and we're going to go from there. And then we're going to do some audio tests. So let's go do that now. So guys, what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be getting all this set up, getting it all built. I'm going to speed all this up so you don't have to worry about sitting through it. And we're going to go from there. So I'm going to do this now. So let's go. There we go, that's it done. Simple. So guys, I've got it all set up, got it all built. That really didn't take me a lot of time, even though that I did speed up the footage, it really didn't take a lot of time. So I've got the rocker arm fitted to the side of my desk from the clamp underneath. And then I've got the microphone sat on the top. I haven't got it plugged in yet. We're going to do an audio test in just a minute. And then I've just got my pop filter, my dual layer pop filter just on the top there. I'm going to move this away from when I actually do the audio test. And then we are going to go from there. So I'm going to move this away now. I'm going to get this plugged in, and then we're going to swap between, because currently I'm still running on the RS Pro, so we're probably just going to test the sound quality between the two of them. So that's what we're going to be doing. So I'll get this plugged in and we'll go from there. So guys, what is going on? Right, I've got my two microphones set up here. To my left I have the RS Pro from Majority, and then to my right I have the FiFine T669 microphone. So at the moment I'm still currently running on the RS Pro, as you can tell. So what we're going to do is I'm going to swap over the FiFine T669 with no wing guard, no nothing, no filters. And we're going to swap over and we're going to play with the volume control to see pretty much what it sounds like. So I'll swap over now. So I am now running on the FiFine T669, as you can tell. So I currently have the volume set in very low. I have no filters or anything attached to this, and it's running through OBS Studio, as you can see. So I'm going to play with the volume a little bit and we're going to go from there. So we're pretty much on as low as we can possibly go. I'm going to slowly start turning it up, and it pretty much defends that it is going to get extremely loud. I am sat relatively away from it, but I think at the moment in time it's probably going to be sounding a little bit too high. So I'm going to reduce that back down, Keeping an eye on OBS Studio just to make sure where it's throttling. I'm going down, and we're probably sat at about a good point there. So we'll test to see the difference now, where I'm going to swap back over to the RS Pro, which I'm going to do that now. And we are now running back on the RS Pro. Now, I'm sure you guys out there will be able to tell me how you feel the difference went compared to the RS Pro to the FiFine T669. And I am extremely... words can't describe how I actually feel about this one. Yes, the RS Pro is an extremely nice microphone. The design quality alone is unbelievable. But the FiFine really have went all out. So, yes, I do like the rocker arm. It's actually going to be a permanent part of the channel now, having this, because it's out of the way. I do enjoy having it out of the way. I try to keep the background as low as possible, but until I get to the point where I can sort the room out, it's about as far as it's going to go. The rocker arm itself is pretty... The quality alone is unbelievable. The mounting, the aluminium, really is nice as well. Yes, it's made out of a plastic frame, but it is extremely strong, and there is a lot of maneuverability in there. And you also get backup strings that came with the case as well, so you also get your backup accessories. So if you have any issues with them, you can replace it straight away. The connecting rod as well, which is made out of an alloy and a metal instead of just being plastic threads, is a good add-on. Stops the plastic from threading so much. The filters as well, obviously you've got the pop filter here, which can just slide onto the bottom there. It is very thick, and I'm not sure if that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing. I'm not really sure. I don't really use them because I'm not in a windy area. Probably should start using them very soon. But yes, and then you've also got the pop filter on the side, which is dual label. So if you're going to start getting into something like even YouTube videos or audio or recording, I definitely would recommend getting one of these. They're smaller, compact, and even calling it a budget microphone is probably a bit painful for them because it is extremely good. You know, running this through the likes of Streamlabs or OBS Studio, you can play around with the filters to get the best of the best out of the audio. And even going down to the cable, the materials and the design is great. 2.5 meters of cabling, so you've got plenty of room to chop and change wherever you want this. And even if you don't want it on the rocker arm and you just want it onto the basic stand like this, you can do. It takes about 2 minutes, and it takes no time at all to just have this onto another stand if you want this in front of you. So if you're streaming or if you're gaming, you can just pop that straight there. Microphone sits on top, and Bob's your uncle, the job's a good one. But yeah, that is as far as I can go with this. But in the end of the day, guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. This wasn't a challenge to see if the RS Pro or the FiFine is better. This was pretty much just what I'm currently using to what I'm going to be using pretty much. So I'll let you guys at home let me know how the audio quality went. So if you want to head down to the links in the description below and let me know how it all went, I'd be very grateful. But in the end of the day, guys, if you did enjoy this video, all the links will be in the description for both the FiFine microphone and the RS Pro. So if you head down to the links in the description, you'll be able to find them all there, which is available. And yes, if you have any questions about them, please do drop in the comment section. I'm more than happy to help. But in the end of the day, guys, do not forget to like, subscribe, and notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the further videos and the upcoming giveaways coming to this channel very, very soon. In the end of the day, guys, I'm Junior's Tech, and I'm out.